play ball!
Okay, I'm gonna welcome you all to Operation Quicksilver. It's what we're probably gonna do if we're running Vaccinator full time. The one thing I have to think about is
Control point enabled.
really like this is what we're gonna want to suggest, but with the Vaccinator we want to go hard and quick. So obviously the role is probably gonna be much the same. Uh, Maybe the scout could run Basher at the beginning of the spawn so I can barely overheal the demo as is, because every second of Uber counts. So either the demo could damage itself with his Atoichi, or the scout could run the Basher just for that split second, because obviously the demo's going to have to put down a sticky and jump. So obviously we do our standard rollouts, soldier boosting heavy, and because if we do this correctly and I'm able to heal someone who's injured pretty well, by the time we get here, and I'm writing this, if I am running the scout, I should have about 2 Ubers that we can use the engage with. In which case, either I could also Uber the soldier in so he can bomb the medic for free, because obviously the medic's going to be coming over here, and we go really aggro and I can pop bullet and explosive on him. Otherwise we can take a more traditional engagement and just focus on controlling the point and forcing him out. So that's something we would want to maybe test. I'm pretty sure you guys already know how the Vaccinator works, but big targets that we're going to have to worry about is generally we're going to probably want to follow the 2-person rule. If it's just you and me, no one else helping us, then at max we want to fight only 2 other people with the Vaccinator. If there's 3, it's probably not a good idea to take the engagements unless we know they're low health and or we have other people to help. So this rule will help us know when to take engagements, because I know that's something people are not used to. You know, when should I take an engagement with the Vaccinator, because I'm not sure how really tanky it makes me. So that's something to keep in mind. And if both people are like, it's like a scout and a soldier, for example, if both people have 2 different types of damage sources, wherever I pop on you, focus the other guy super hard. So if I pop explosion on you, focus the soldier. If I pop bullet on you, if I pop explosion on you, focus the scout. If I pop bullet on you, obviously focus the soldier. Because it makes sense, because you know, the Uber will last forever, and I could pop another one by the time it ends. And obviously you want to focus whoever can do the most damage to you. That being said, another thing that we want to maybe focus about on that rule is Pyro counts as 2 people, because he can debuff how effective my shields are, and even allowing critical hits to do damage again, even if it is only like 20% of it is allowed. So yeah. Another thing we're going to want to think about is our forward holds. How we're going to hold, because this is what we're going to want to do with the Vaccinator. Because most likely the other team's going to run stock the entire time, unless of course they want to try to counter us with a Vaccinator, or you know, maybe run something fancy like crits or quick fix. Crits I don't really care about. Quick fix is bad, and then Vax, I mean, if they use it, I can tell you guys how to counter it. But if they're most likely they're going to be running stock. So if they're running stock, we want to try, if we take control of the map, we're going to want to try the 4-hold around, obviously, the chokes here. And I was thinking, for 4-holding, we probably want to have our combo on grass close to this wall here, so that way, if we want to get out for concrete or for main, we can easily. But yet, the combo's still close enough to help. But also if we need to retreat, we can. This will especially be true for the heavy. Heavy might want to stand around here. As for a demo, if our sniper's up on concrete watching this sideline right here, then the demo could probably focus on putting his stickies main instead. and spamming up main while Pyro and Heavy obviously can help watch from back here. Pyro could probably be up more here, helping the sniper, letting the sniper know when people are pushing. And all the while I can sit here, being able to heal everyone in the combo, and even if I need to, I can fall back and give the sniper shields if the other sniper is trying to counter peek him. As for the flank's probably going to want to hold the cliff as it gives them high ground advantage. And they're probably going to push the cliff if our flank's holding up here, because obviously the flank would be the weakest stuff, so obviously we're going to want as many people who are not helping us with the combo, they'd be over the flank. So our engineer, scout, soldier, and note that I can arrow you from here. If you stand maybe out on, if you maybe run over here, I can arrow you from here via your feet. And or you could stand over on this bridge here. This might be the safest spot to be if you need an arrow. Otherwise, our engineer could obviously build a more forward dispenser if we're having a forward hold. But the reason we want to forward hold them is force them to pop their Uber to get through the choke. If our soldier and our scout and engineer are doing a great job controlling this, if our demo is doing a good job controlling choke, our sniper and pyro and our heavy, everyone in the combo is doing a good job controlling each entrance, they're most likely going to have to force an Uber for the entrance, in which case, once again, if we're ready to run, all we have to do is just run to, the middle point and back to where we would normally fight, and then of course they don't have an Uber to fight us, so then they would have to obviously build up again, in which case we can just do it again. By then I would probably have 4 Vax bubbles if our demo was doing a good job of building, and how we would build with the half Satoichi. So I'd probably, since I'm going to be sticking with him most of the time, so that's one thing we could do. We can go right back into him with the 4 Vax bubbles, forcing him out here, and then I can maybe rotate around to help our combo with Cliff. Whereas Cliff is probably going to be the thing that's going to switch on us the most. But yeah, that's the plan for Operation Quicksilver. Please leave some comments about what we can do to improve it, as this is very experimentational, and it would be interesting to see if we can get it to work, because obviously if we have this really oddball strategy, the enemy team, when it comes to match time, is not going to know how to counter it, because who even plays against a Vaccinator? So I'm hoping their lack of knowledge for how to counter the Vaccinator is going to carry us. As for countering the Vaccinator, if they try to run it against us, obviously our Pyro's going to want to try to light up the medic if he starts to push really forward out. Like, let's say he's out in the open, even if he's popping bullet, if he gets lit on fire, a sniper can headshot him and do quite a bit of damage, even though he is popping bullet. It reduces his shields of blocking numbers to 60% and 75. For context, if a pipe were to hit him, the pipe would do 40 instead of 25. And then also, if it's a if the sniper headshots him, it also would do a lot more than 2, so it would do 20 extra damage. So a quick scope would do here. I should have did the math earlier before starting this video, but everyone has time. So 20 plus another 20, so that's 40 damage on a quick scope if he quick scopes a medic. If he fully charges on the medic, then he would do 60 plus, then we have 300 times 0.2. He'd do 120 to the medic, so that would almost kill him, and then that just means he needs a little bit of spam to encourage him. And if the Pyro's running Scorch Shot, most likely he's gonna die from Afterburn at that point, because our Pyro would probably sit around here. They'd be pushing for concrete wherever they are. Pyro spams it, and then of course we just finish him off. Especially if the sniper can get an angle. So just keep that in mind, sniper, those numbers, because they are going to be very important. So don't be afraid to headshot the medic if you see him on fire. Otherwise, don't even bother if he's not on fire. Other good ways to counter Vaccinator is to try to surprise the medic. He can't see everything 24/7. And when you do pop the bubbles, you do have a slight moment where they're not applied, because the server's still registering that you popped the bubble. So during that brief window, even if the medic knows you're there and he's stingy with his shields, you can easily kill him before then. So obviously you would probably come around here if the medic was, let's say, pushing for concrete. You'd sneak up on him, boom, boom, he's dead. Make sure you don't bomb openly. Otherwise, if you're gonna bomb the medic, make sure you just do a hit and run. The force maybe a explosive shield out. And of course, like always, focus the medic. Do not do trash damage to the patients. That all that does is helps the medic build. We want to force the team to waste their time hurting themselves to build, not us helping them build. So, also try and another thing is to try to maybe, if we can't get the medic, then focus on the people that are away from the medic. So if the medic's around this part here, if the scout's over here, let's focus the scout. Because the medic can easily get to him and give him shields or heal him if we do trash damage to him. And we can maybe kill their entire flank or whoever's away from the medic if they are running vac, so then we would focus on that. But we need good main calls, we need good, targeting if we are fighting a vaccinator. And once again, if we're running vaccinator, we need to be rather aggressive with the shields. And it depends on where everyone is, but if we're taking team fights, obviously the person who I'm going to be choosing the Uber through, it's going to be like a normal Uber. I choose a person to spearhead, and then we have people to obviously support the person going through, and I can give shields to them if they need it. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Please add more feedback to what I was saying here. Because obviously this is going to be in development, and we'll maybe talk more about the strat when it comes closer to time. I just wanted to make something really rough quickly, get it stirring in our minds. Oh, about Satoichi building. Oh shoot, it's going to take a while. But the demo can easily do 50 damage to himself every second, while the minigun heals for 24 health a second. So he can easily outdamage himself if we need to build. And of course, this is important because any downtime we have, we're going to want to be building with the vaccinator, because that's one of the biggest advantages to running over stock is, once again, getting Ubers really quickly. So keep your health around 100 health. So when pull it out once, and wait for it, get your health around 120. And once you see that you get around 150, you can do it again. So try not to get below 100, because then you can take a rocket or a pipe to the face if need be. And obviously when we're doing this, we're going to want to make sure that the sniper can't easily get us. It goes without saying. But yeah, that's the plan for Operation Quicksilver. Yeah, once again, leave your feedback.